Today we have workout number 4 of the Proven Masters Throwdown 2021. So for this one, it is 100 double unders, 70 wall balls, 10 bar muscle ups, then 100 double unders, 50 wall balls, 15 bar muscle ups, 100 double unders, 30 wall balls, and 20 bar muscle ups. Strategy going into this one was to break up the double unders from the start. As you've seen there, I actually went a little bit more than I was going to. The plan was to break it up into 25s, but they felt rather good, so pushed on to 50, and then did 2 sets of 25 after that. With the wall balls, the idea or the intention was to do bigger sets, or a big set and then break it up into small sets. I was aiming for like 30 to 40 reps on the first set. With the bar muscle up, the intention was to break it up early. I hadn't been doing a lot of high gymnastics work, which meant that my hands were relatively soft. So tearing was a big concern that I had for this particular workout, so that was breaking up early. That was the plan, that was the goal. As you'll see, I did not stick to that, or didn't feel I was capable of sticking to that, so I ended up doing plan C, which was do what you can. On the last video, I talked about that workout was the first workout that I did the day after I got back from my traveling. Because I did all these workouts in such a short period of time, I got confused on which workout was what. So this one was that one that I did on the Monday, the day after I got back from traveling, and 2 days removed from a quite nasty workout where I pulled up super sore through the traps, mid-thoracic and legs. So that's part of the reason why I wasn't able to stick to my plan for this one. So basically I did 20 reps and then 15 and then like 8 and 7 and 10s. So quite low for what I wanted, but that's what I was only able to do. I actually put this workout off. I was planning on doing it in the morning and doing another workout in the evening, but I wasn't prepared for it, so I pushed it back to the evening. And this is basically the result of all those factors. The only thing that sort of I was able to stick with was the double unders. I stuck to that pretty well. Like I mentioned before, the first set of double unders actually felt pretty good, which is a big relief. Throughout the year, had quite a bit of issues with the Achilles again, which is an injury, an old injury that I've had for quite some time now. It's never really completely gone away. I have good and bad periods, like months where it's fine, and then I'll have months where it's just, can't do anything, any jumping whatsoever. It was, I can't remember exactly the time frame, but it was a few years ago that I initially did it, and then spent like 6 months not being able to run, jump, or do anything. And then so pleased that sort of eased off a little bit. So getting a lot more comfortable with the double unders again, which is always good. Other than the Achilles problem, never really had issues with double unders, but just feeling just a little bit more efficient at them. They are sort of becoming a little bit more of a rest in workouts, which is always good. Not necessarily in this particular workout, but I have noticed over the last month when I have done double unders, I'm able to sort of calm the heart rate down a little bit during double unders, which allows me to attack the other movements within the workouts, which means that I get through the rounds faster or do the workout faster itself. So it's a good feeling to have, rather than struggling with the double unders spiking heart rate, making the other exercises in the workout a lot more difficult. So for this first set here of 10 bar muscle ups, the plan was 2 sets of 3 and then 2 sets of 2. Again, these also felt pretty good, but my main worry here was tearing of the hands. Again, not only worrying about tearing for this particular workout, but like I mentioned before, this was the first workout I did, and I still had 3 others to do. I was having to use the hands, one of which doing 75 toes to bar, which is workout number 2. Obviously I needed my hands to be able to do that, and there's nothing worse than trying to do a high rep volume workout with torn hands, especially fresh torn hands. So I was probably over cautious on this particular workout in my rep range selection, but felt pretty comfortable doing it. Wasn't resting a great amount on this earlier set, but definitely obviously room for improvement. But again, like I mentioned in the previous workout, my mindset on these particular workouts were a little bit different or off compared to when I normally do competition workouts. This was more about survival, getting done more rather than attacking and trying to get the absolute best score as possibly can. So mindset was a little bit different going into this one. I'm using this workout to basically prepare for the open more mentally than physically, and get back into that mindset, that attacking mindset. So if you watch some of my or any of my videos, you would hear me talk about that a lot. That's attacking mindset. This is the type of mindset we need for competition. Not always necessary for training. Training is training. Has a different purpose or a different role than competing. And that's probably something I need to spend a little bit more time on communicating that point. All these videos that you see on my channel are me training, not necessarily competing, not competing, but training. So I generally do things a little bit different with my training compared to my competition videos, so like this one here. But just going to the workout for a second, so doing the double unders here. I mentioned before that the double unders were feeling pretty good, and that I felt that they were being efficient here, and then wondering why I'm resting here. This has to do more with my legs. My legs were surprisingly fatigued a lot more than I expected. So during the double unders, because they were feeling so good, I decided that I'll probably spend a little bit more time resting after sort of 25 to try and get some juice back into the legs, so to speak, for the wall balls. That plan did not work out too well. So watching this and knowing how I was feeling and how the workout went overall, what I would probably, or what I should have done was break up the wall balls probably even more and keep the rest shorter. That strategy has worked out very well for me in the past. It's something that I go back to a lot. But at this point in time during the workout, my mindset was more just about sort of surviving and just trying to get the work done. So that's where I end up on this set of 50. I believe it was just 10s the whole way through. I think maybe even the last set might have been 5 and 5, to be honest. I can't really remember. But yeah, the way my legs were feeling, I would have probably done 5s, a little less rest. So I'm not resting a great deal, but definitely in competition, any type of rest is not great because the reps aren't continuing to count up, so or count down, however you want to look at it. So here, this is probably a significant rest, so that's almost 40 seconds rest, which is not great. So if I was to do sets of 5 and only have 10 seconds rest, it would be a lot better, so I would have finished a lot sooner. Get onto those bar muscle ups, which were feeling pretty good the whole way through. Even though my mid-thoracic and traps were pretty much well and truly spent from the Saturday workout. Something I didn't talk about was when I looked at this workout, I believed I could finish it. I still believe that I can finish it, but knowing how I was feeling today and already had put off the workout a few hours before, 5 hours before, I was actually expecting to finish this workout. I was just trying to get as close as I possibly could to finishing it. So again, some of the top times were quite impressive, as most competitions used to get those times that are impressive. Still haven't watched any of anyone's workouts yet. I am planning on doing that. Gonna probably watch the top guys or people that got top scores videos, just to assess how they went and what they did. I'm imagining that a lot of it is unbroken, fast transitions, just the usual stuff that people who get fast times do, but just to see exactly how they went about it would be very interesting. I enjoy learning off other people as well, so watching what they're doing and trying to apply some of what they do to my execution and progress as well. So I'm very much looking forward to those. Also, it's now a few days after the close of scores and everything like that, and I have no idea where I finished or who won or whatever, so probably later today or tomorrow I'll have a look at all that and see where I ended up. I'm not even sure how many people actually registered, so should be interesting. I'm not expecting great things, that's for sure, considering I had to sandbag one of the events, the deadlift one, and wasn't feeling great for the rest of them. Had to do 3 of them in a 2-hour period as well, so not expecting great things, but still interesting to have a look at the results, see where you stack up. That's part of the reason why we do it, I guess, to see where we stack up against others. But again, my main intention for registering for this one is to get that mindset for the Open. I do have definitely one more competition, CrossFit competition that I'll be doing before the Open. It actually ends the week before the Open starts, so I'm going to be doing like back-to-back competitions, which I sort of got to be careful with that I don't overdo it, sustain any injuries or anything that's going to prohibit my absolute best for the Open. So things like taunting or just slight straining and stuff like that. So especially that I'm currently carrying an injury, something hopefully will get better over the next month or so. So I don't want to aggravate that, definitely. So hopefully the workouts sort of skirt around that particular injury and I'm able to do them all properly. I did it last year, so the one that I'm talking about is the Masters League. Like I said, I did that last year and actually enjoyed it very much. Great competition to do. So if you're interested in that, definitely look it up. Starts, I don't know the exact date, but it's January something. And then finishes, as I mentioned, the week before the Open. So looking forward to doing that. Then I am doing another rowing comp. I do 3 of those a year. They're always good fun. I really enjoy rowing. And not next week, the week after, I'm actually doing my marathon row. So every year I do a marathon row. Last year beat my time, got under the 4-hour time frame, which is pretty good, happy with that. Doing it a little bit earlier. I normally do it on New Year's Eve, but this year doing it a little bit earlier because I'm travelling again. So I'm actually going to be streaming that live, so if you want to check in and see how I'm going with that, and give it a like, put a comment in there, be much appreciated. But I'll be doing that on, I believe, the 27th of December. So keep an eye out for that. I have to test out the new live streaming, so I'll do that probably this weekend actually. So I might just do some lifting or something. But back to the workout. You can see here that struggling a little bit. Just fatigued, to be honest. Fatigue to set in. Not so much heart rate, just general fatigue. And already being sore going into the workout didn't help as well. A little bit more older than that than otherwise. A little bit inefficient. People do that, I guess. I think I got 25, oh no, I must have 50 reps left. So this is the last set of 100 double unders. Before the set of 30 wall balls. So there's 90 seconds left. Obviously tells that I did not finish the workout. So this time. Jeez, had 90 seconds to do 30 wall balls and didn't finish the wall balls, so I don't even know how many I did actually. 30. So here's where I really start to break down physically, mentally. I think I do 10. So 10. Not something you want to be doing with 45 seconds rest is sitting down, not doing reps. So not great. So again, it would have been better off doing 5 reps, shorter rest. So 5. That was 8. So I have 29 reps left, so not great, but that's what it is.